I decided to spend my birthday in Italy this year. I wasn't feeling my best, so I didn't feel myself much. I focused on the place instead. I stayed in the white city of Ostuni in the heart of Puglia. We spent a few days here, and I'll take you with me to some beautiful beaches and to the stunning city of Lecce. And honestly, I could totally see myself living there. But first, let me show you where I stayed. This is the entrance space, and it honestly feels like an old Italian guest room. I noticed this little acorn detail here. Apparently in Italy it's a symbol of strength and prosperity. Behind those doors are the other studios, and this one was mine. Let's start with the bathroom. I love this shower. They even had locally made shampoo, shower gel and hair oil, which was a such nice touch. And look at this beautiful vintage mirror. Then there's the breakfast area. And I wasn't expecting this, but theirs was even a jacuzzi. I didn't know about it before and unfortunately it wasn't working, but it was still such a cool detail. And finally, the terrace, with a sea view and the most beautiful garden full of orange trees. Now let's move to the main room. This vintage furniture is driving me crazy, especially with wardrobe. It looks like it's straight out of the old movie. The first thing I did was hang my dress there. But the most impressive part is the view from the window. It overlooks the city and you can even see the sea. That day was pretty low-key. I just blow out a candle on a pizza, very Italian birthday energy. The next morning started slow, just a little stretch to wake up. Here's today's outfit, and we're back on the beautiful streets of Ostuni. I'm pretty sure the gelato here is amazing, but the only downside of traveling off-season is that a lot of places were closed. Of course we couldn't skip the little family-owned shops. I picked up a few souvenirs, such an atmospheric place. The weather was amazing every single day, so let's just walk around the city. And here's a little expectation and a reality moment. The staircase is actually pretty famous. But I guess in the off season they don't really clean it the same way. I found this really cool little spot for breakfast. Just a simple avocado toast, but it felt so lovely and unexpected for this time of year. After breakfast, I changed and walked to the train station. The walk itself was beautiful. I was heading closer to the beaches, but first, an apparel with a view. I just want to show you a bit more of the city. It's honestly so beautiful this time of year. And then the famous beaches. In the summer, this beach looked completely different, packed and full of energy. Now it's much quieter, but still just as atmospheric. I could honestly walk the streets forever. The city is just so beautiful. A bit more of the beaches, because here everything looks perfect. This is a spot where you definitely need to try gelato. Now we're moving to watch the sunset in Monopoli, a small seaside town with beautiful beaches. The next morning I'm showing you what I got for breakfast, just a few things I picked up from the store the day before. And of course I made coffee. I don't even really drink coffee, but in Italy it just feels wrong not to. It was really hot that day, the sun was intense. I actually ended up finishing my breakfast by the window in my room. And then sunset at Marina di Ostuni. I love the houses near the beach. They have this raw coastal charm. It was a short, quiet kind of day. I wasn't feeling my best, so it was mostly breakfast and sunset. The next morning started in the center of Ostuni, and it was my last day here. Just enjoy this atmosphere with me. On the way I found this little cafe where I could sit outside on the steps and try a panini with octopus. A little more of the city. And then I found myself in Lecce. Lecce is often called the Florence of the South because its incredible Baroque architecture. The details are here everywhere, on the balconies, churches, the facades. I didn't really have a plan. I just walked around and filmed whatever caught my eye. Lecce feels completely different, more ornate, more dramatic. The architecture is full of tiny details. I spent most of my time just wandering the streets. And this is Porta Napoli, one of the historic gates of the city. And that's where this trip ends.